Okay, here's a walk around I want to talk about. And that's it. Okay, here's a walk around that needs to be talked about. It's Billy. People might have heard of McKinnons Cruisers. If you haven't, you've been under a rock, but I'll start straight up and say, check out McKinnons Cruisers because they build four-wheel drives, they build 40s, 60s, among other very, very cool vehicles. And today, Billy has dropped in to drop off some stock and talk 40s. And we're going to do a walk around of your vehicle, mate.
Sounds good, mate.
I asked Billy, what is it? It used to be a HJ47. It used to have a 2H in it many years ago. The chassis used to be a 1991 80 series. Yep. And so it's all changed now. It's such a hybrid car. If you're a purist, you better go and make a cup of tea right now. And we're going to get straight into what Billy's done to build this car. And if you're interested at home, if you're doing an 80 series, if you don't already know, a lot of the custom work on this vehicle you do and you offer to your clients.
Yep.
We're talking, we'll go through it from the start to the finish. So I reckon we go under the bonnet because there's no 80 series engine under there anymore. So we'll go and lift her up. And you're going to have to tell me what this is and where the hell you got it from.
All right. So it's a 2001 MWM diesel. It's out of a F250 Australian release. They're a 4.2, 18 valve. Yeah, pretty well stock motor. I had Harley from Whistle and Soot make a 6-into-1 manifold for it.
Is this all Harley's work, or did you?
He did the hot side. We in-house, we did all this. Good friend of mine, Aaron from Sandland Fab.
Yep.
So UFI, 18G, water to air intercooler, and then yeah, all the pipe work and stainless exhaust.
Have you had this one on the dyno yet?
I haven't, no, but I had a similar setup years ago, and it did over 200. So this is, I'd have to say it's around 250 horsepower.
I have have wheeled a little bit with Billy. I've known Billy for I don't know how many years, but recently this vehicle went on the long drive for a drought, and she up and boogies.
Yeah.
So
it gets along good.
So I've also got to ask. We know you're the guy that does all the LSs, the Barras, all different arrays of V8s, and even Toyota engines into the 80 series chassis. Do you offer this? Has anyone asked for this setup before?
No, not many people know about these motors. They're pretty quiet sort of thing in Australia. I just happen to have it left over from a conversion. A friend of mine, we put a Cummins swap in his F truck, so I've always wanted to swap this into a Landcruiser, being that they're a couple of ton lighter. And
so they're used to pulling some pretty heavy vehicle.
Yeah, they get along all right. Like they're pretty basic form. They're not a very powerful motor, but they just work all day.
What do you do then? So gearbox wise, it's come out of an F truck.
So yeah,
it's
F truck motor. It runs a ZF5 F truck gearbox, and then
so no custom bell housing. You've just pulled the whole.
Pretty much.
The
only thing we had made was PJ's Off-Road in Gatton made us a transfer adapter.
Yep.
So we adapted from the ZF5 to an 80 series full-time case.
Yep. Very cool. Yeah. Very cool. And with all this, the airbox, the snorkel, that was all custom by the same.
Yeah. So we made all that.
I'll put that down so you can have a look at the snorkel.
Yeah. So it runs through the firewall beside the glove box.
That's very cool.
Then our airbox bolts on where the factory blower motor would have sat.
And now let's start at the front of the vehicle. This bar work, this is something that you can grab at McKinnons Cruisers. Yep. You also have the wings to make it a bit more street legal when you're four-wheel driving. Mm-hmm. You take them off. Yep. I do notice you have the guards on the shelf. Yep. Do you do this bar work as well?
Yeah, we do the bezel hoops. All that. Pretty popular thing.
And you can get this from McKinnons. You can get it raw or this is Line-X from our good mate Glenn's done all the Line-X on you, well, including the side steps up the side. Yep. More stuff that's on the shelf as well. Okay, you got to tell me about the suspension and the axles, mate.
Yep, so it's basically an 80 series underneath. I run King's 2.5 remote res shocks, and it runs a 3-inch coil, custom spring rates to suit the style of car.
Very cool. I see the bump stops. How does that work?
Yeah, so we run King hydro bumps in the front, just if we're out and about giving it a hard time.
And you do wheel pretty hard, mate?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. We do give it a bit of a hard time.
Oh, there's a few scratches on it already. So.
It does cop the hiding.
And diff centers, patrol?
Yeah, so the front's a JMW custom housing. It runs patrol center.
Yep.
ARB locker with 80 series side gears.
And I asked you earlier, did you custom make the diff protection? You said you buy a universal one, is it?
Yeah, so James from JMW supplies these housings. They're probably one of the toughest diffs on the market.
Yep.
You pretty much buy them at the length you want to set them up at, and weld your balls and brackets on, and it runs all 80 series outers. So
yep.
80 brakes, hubs, gun drilled long fields, like all chromo, everything.
Very cool. And to get the 80 series axles to talk to the patrol diff center, how's that done?
So ARB supply you with 80 series side gears that you can fit into the patrol air locker.
Yep.
So you can run those.
It all just plums up then?
Yeah, it's a fairly straightforward process and a pretty stout sort of front end for what you're doing on, up to 37s. Anything larger, it'll hard, like it'll battle a bit. But
she's pretty damn tough.
It works good.
You custom made the tray. Let's go and have a look.
Yeah,
so I actually watched this one unfold because being in the business of custom cars, you posted a lot of photos, did a lot of stories. It was so cool to see this unfold, get done by a deadline. There's a lot going on. I see your air compressor, dual batteries, you do your fuel, your spare tyre. So what's some of the story? Like you got fuel down here, you eliminate anything factory?
So yeah, I run a long range tank in the back. It's like 150 litres.
Yep.
The front tank I haven't fitted yet, but it'll be...
Are you going to add more?
Yeah, it'll be another 100 litres.
So you're a thirsty vehicle?
No, it averaged, so on the drought run, it averaged between 13 and 15 per 100.
Yeah, well, better than a 2F.
Yeah, it was pretty good considering. But yeah, so...
Just really utilise space. You drop your spare tyre down.
Yeah, lowered that down. Get
batteries out of the engine bay.
Yep.
And I noticed steel, there's still some Toyota parts on it. That's a steel tailgate. You said that was brand new.
Yeah, so a friend of mine, Dobbo, he found this at his mate's grandfather actually had it. He pulled it off his shorty when it was pretty well brand new.
Yep.
And
what did he go, soft top or just?
Yeah, he went soft top. So it had all the factory latches and
nice
and everything.
Yep.
Like, it was brand new. So.
And the lights, you just found custom ones that you liked that suited the style of the vehicle, and
some truck lights from Maxi Parts.
I see she's a workhorse. You got the trailer hooked up.
A tow rig, mate.
So she's a tow rig, a daily. It goes on a long trip. So you're taking this one anywhere? Anything planned soon?
Yeah, we've got Ocker coming up in August.
Oh, it's going to Ocker, is it?
We'll take it to Ocker, yeah.
Victorian High Country run that one, so very, very cool.
Give it a hard time up there.
I think there's a bit going on, custom work inside as well. Let's go and have a look, mate. Check out in here, it is just next level. Billy was saying it runs the GU steering box.
Yeah, GU box.
Runs it right through, so she's got 80, she's got Nissan, right through to the 40 column. I do notice you've line indexed everything. It's well protected. You can just, you said you hose it out.
Yeah, it needs a good gurney at the moment, but yeah,
you use it. It's so custom in here. Custom made partial shelf, but what you got to look at the amount of switches. There's 20 bloody switches on the dash there, and I'm hoping you understand what they all do and what they all mean.
Yeah, I just keep flicking them until something
works. Till you get out of the bog hole.
That's it.
And the same with the dash. What's some of the gauges there I'm looking at?
Yeah, so I run a auto meter dash setup in this. It's GPS, speedo, tacho, and then just coolant, pyro, oil, and then volt, boost, and fuel, mate.
Very cool. There's a big blank section in the middle. You've got more to come for this.
Yeah, so I've got a vintage air compact aircon unit to install in it, and a little bit more trim just to make it a bit more. Make
the wife happy. She might come with you then.
Yeah, I reckon.
On some of the trips.
Out in it then.
And custom seats, they're all electric. What are they?
Yeah, they're BMW 1 Series leather seats.
Ooh, very fancy.
Electric recline and all that. Yeah, a bit of Euro class, mate.
Yeah, very nice. Good. And the fridge in the center.
The Waco CF11.
Keep your ham sandwich nice and cool.
Mate.
And the speaker in the back.
Yeah, so she runs a big custom Milwaukee M12 stereo.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah.
Very
level
cool.
sound.
Look at the shifter, mate. This is some custom work in that floor there.
Yeah, a bit going on.
Yeah, excellent. Well, let's wrap this up outside.
Easy, mate.
Look at that. The custom door cards. Get a load of those window winder handles matching on either side. I don't know if Billy's got them on the shelf. The wheels, mate.
Yeah, they're just Procomp 17 by 9 neg 30s on Yoko Gearlander 33s.
Yep.
We run 37 treps on it with method.
When you go out and
when we're wheeling somewhere.
The big boy stuff.
Yeah.
But running around town, keep it legal.
Yeah, keep it legal on the road, mate.
I noticed just a lot of custom little stuff. You got your high lift jack back here, but a lot of people know that we sell a high lift jack mount, and because of Billy and Steve at McKinnons Cruisers, they've now designed it so that you can hold the aerial as well.
Yep.
And the prototypes are there. They'll be on our website or McKinnons. You can hit us both up for those in the future. Just little things like that. The mirrors, they're the European style, the Euro style, and just the little finishing touches that make this what it is. The paint colour.
Yeah, so the colours, metallic graphite 1E9, 79 series, and satin clear coat.
Very cool. Apart from a few pinstripes, it's a good colour, mate.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. This is Billy from McKinnons Cruiser. Again, get on Facebook, get on Insta, check these guys out. They're doing next level stuff. Known them for years, but it's so cool to be associated with someone else in the industry that's just so passionate about what they do. And we'll see this one out on the tracks again soon, mate.
Sounds good.
Good one.
No worries, mate.